Hey everybody, I'm Monty,
Your boy Ronaldus.
and episode 6 of the HBO show House of the Dragon, the episode entitled Princess and the Queen. We seen it. Boy,
Seen
guys,
it.
we seen it, and we got a lot to talk about. We had a whole transition to we moved up 10 more years now. This show continues to jump, and we got some new cast members. Also, okay, let me try. trying to get better, y'all. I'm a quick recap. We move up. Rhaenyra, older Rhaenyra, is having a baby. Queen Alicent, as soon as she has the baby, asks to see the baby. Rhaenyra and her husband, they go up there and they see, and the king is there. He's greeting the child and all that, and there's already some veiled little marks, things being said with the baby, and everybody's just kind of like, okay, what's going on? We see other little children that's grown up. We kind of transition from that point. We see obviously the Queen and Rhaenyra. Not some things that happened in the 10 years. We move on. There's a sparring session. We see our man Kristen is still about in the game, so to speak. There's another knight there, and it looks like two sets of boys. At this point, we assume one is some of Rhaenyra's kids, one is Alicent's kids are sparring. There's older boys. That gets a little heated. The knights square off. And matter of fact, let me get my man's name here. Sir Harwin attacks Kristen and kind of spills.
Give him his first L. Gave him his first L.
Gave him that L, but also kind of caught an L himself because now everybody done seen you. Again, characters. We all see y'all doing this, man. Y'all just be doing stuff. So now he's kind of got to go. His father is handed the king. The king is, we're going to get to the king in a minute as well. We go when we see our boy Daemon living the domestic life pretty much, got a wife and kids, you know what I'm saying? They want him to stay. His wife wants to go back, and they kind of go back and forth with that. Also, there's a scene where the young boys are with their dragons. They're trying to train the dragons, and one boy doesn't have a dragon yet. Even one of Daemon's children, she doesn't have a dragon yet, waiting for the egg to hatch. Then we see it's so much. Let me just land the plane right here. Ultimately, the queen is not pleased with a lot of things Rhaenyra is doing. She is talking still with Larys, who is the brother of the knight that attacks. She's kind of like lamenting out loud some things. Larys pretty much has his father and brother killed, to then make way for our boy Otto to come back on the scene. The queen is acting like, I ain't tell you to do all that. Larys is like, what you kind of did. Rhaenyra is like, posse out. Let's get the moving. And that's where we are. Okay, that's a very broken down recap. But Ronaldus, what did you think of episode 6?
Episode 6, man, it flip-flopped the whole thing for me.
Yeah.
Then we're bringing in these new characters, these new plot twists, everything flip-flop. I am still team Ray, but this new actress, she giving me a step back. Now Ray is a little older now. Ray got 3 kids. Ray then did some chess moves of her own to solidify her kingdom. Some of her moves, very questionable. She did what she had to do because, as we all know, she married a man that don't like women. So right. They probably never consummated their marriage. She got a new side piece because Sir Christian wouldn't be the side piece. So she got her a new knight, which is the Hand's other son. The Hand had 2 sons.
Yes, yeah, 2.
The handicapped guy, Lars,
and then
they're the Strong family.
Yep.
And Harwin, the other knight, that's her new side piece. Now she got, which was strategically not smart. You're a Targaryen. Everybody knows y'all have this distinctive look about yourself. You're married to another Targaryen, a Valyrian Targaryen. Y'all got this blonde hair, and then you come out with these brown haired kids. it ain't got a lick of black in them. Like their daddy black, he
Yeah.
got blonde hair. The mama got
Right.
blonde hair. The grandparents got blonde hair, and then you got these brown haired kids. It's like her moves. I see she trying to do it, but her moves ain't lining up. Now I'm gonna jump to Allison, Queen Allison.
Hey, I told you, man.
The switch from old Allison, new Allison made Allison go.
Hey, I said she was coming with some heat now.
Nah, she with it. She body. She she like my old girl in Game of Thrones. She like that queen.
Yeah.
She ruthless. She been listening to her dad. She got the hands other son, which is crazy. His counsel, he like, you just put it out there and I'm taking folks out of here.
His own family. Like
his daddy and his brother. Now we didn't see the body. So
right, there's that, but man.
But I believe they deceased.
I believe
he up in the castle. And she making moves. Like she's showing her power. The woman, Ray does give birth, and she like, I want to see the baby. Cause she already know them she ain't her husband kid. So she already like, bring me the child. Like straight from the womb, bring them to me. And she got to bring the kid to her.
That's
so
the first
she
thing
about
she
to just send the baby. So she like, okay. She walks up all of these stairs right after birth. Right. Got a whole trail of blood following her.
Yeah. But remember, she told Lenore, the husband, that, keep trying. Maybe one of these kids will look like you one day. Yeah. I remember when she said that, I was like, I'm sorry, what? Oh, what she just say?
She know. She know.
Yes.
Everybody knows.
Gotta give me a
Damon,
minute.
Which is way over in another land.
Right. Damon. But you got to give me a minute, because my girl Allison, I couldn't believe it. Like she is fully in it to win it.
Still got a green dress on.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's green season every day, all day. There's a scene in the small council where Rhaenyra calls everybody back. I got something else to say. Everybody sits down except Allison, and she's standing toe to toe. Like, I mean, it's crazy.
She want the smoke.
She wanted, and because that's what I said. Listen, it's gonna be her kids against Rhaenyra's crew. Now Rhaenyra didn't have no kids yet, but she don't. And sure enough, now we already see the parent off. The sons, she's trying to even tell her oldest son, bro, you need to get, like her father told her, you need to get the game.
Grabbed him by his face with it. Like,
yes.
Look, no, you are basically. He said something about to the effect of, I won't make waves with her. I'll try to get along with her. Like, no, you are her opposition.
Yeah.
Like you're the eldest male to the king. You're the eldest son of the king. Like you're the rightful heir. Like quit all this playing around stuff. Like her daddy told her, quit all this playing around stuff.
She's telling. Okay, so wait, but let's really quick. Let's reset for a second. What do you feel about the new actors? Because I'm gonna say this. I love young Ray. I was really like, man, why are they doing this? I was surprised how quickly I acclimated to the new actresses. And I just was kind of like, okay, let's go. I thought I would be like, I really, maybe because the plot line was good, but I'm still kind of surprised they're doing this kind of transition, but it was probably about 20 minutes in where I just kind of started going with it. What did you feel about the transition?
The first scene that I seen Queen Hightower, see, I ain't even calling her Alice. Forget that old actress. She was not playing the part. The new queen, I'm with it. Now, Ray, it's gonna take me another episode because I'm still I'm still mourning the young one. I like her character. I don't think she could pull off this grown character, but the grown character don't give me that she gonna win it all. You know what I mean? Now this one has shown a lot of vulnerability and not having and not being in control and not having it all together. She, so maybe the young one couldn't have played that role like this older one, but The older Ray Ray is kind of like she better fight if she gonna get that position. It ain't just hers.
Yeah, well, see, and it goes back. I go back to what Queen Cersei said. It's different when you're a mother, and you got to understand. Rhaenyra has claim to the throne. Queen Alicent, she wants her kids to have. Rhaenyra is like, listen. When I'm, she tells at the small council, when I'm queen or I'm running everything, maybe one of my sons can marry your daughters and be it all right. Alicent realizes I got to get one of my kids in this. So she's got much more urgency. And you're right, Rhaenyra, she's just she's not as aggressive. And again, young Ray we saw, she didn't have no kids. So she could do whatever she wanted, come and go she pleases. But now, because of the situation and the fact we got a Baratheon type of thing right now where the kids ain't even really the kids they think they are, she's much more different. She definitely is. And it's a more like you said, a more vulnerable side.
But
now
we're about to see. I believe the next episode will make me get all the way back on board.
I'm about to say,
it's going to be the first time she's out of her father's home. Yes. Now she about to be grown out on her own with her own family.
Yes. So. Yeah. They're already packing up. They show them leaving. So let's you just brought them up. Let's talk about King V. Viserys, of course, has been undermined a lot through this whole thing, and now it really seems like I'm just really surprised how quick Alicent is running everything, and now he's just kind of along for the ride. He doesn't even when he objects now, nobody really pays attention to him. They're like, let's just get you to bed. Okay, just come on, put your little shawl on. Like he's totally handicapped and just. He whatever he had health wise seemed like he shook that, but now he's so foregone and everything like he's totally in denial. What's going on with Rhaenyra? He seems totally out the loop. You can see Alicent is just like, what, bro? What are you doing, bro? I gotta handle this whole thing. What do you think about Viserys?
Viserys, man, he never had my backing.
No,
he's always been a weak king from jump. And now he's kind of seemed like he's drifting off into just being granddad. He got his young sons, but he's a grandfather. He's happy to see Rhaenyra having her family, and he's laid back. He's a king that's never had any wars, no opposition.
Yep.
So he doesn't have to take his attention away from the kingdom. And he's basically just letting the Queen Hightower does run stuff so.
Yeah, he's really just kind of taking a back seat. So it really makes me wonder how much longer he's gonna even be in the picture for now, because they kind of just could move on from him, really. Especially
they got a war brewing though. They did mention that.
It's coming. It's definitely coming. So let's get to our homeboy. You know what I'm saying? He chilling down south, just sipping iced tea, and you know what I'm saying. I mean, domestic Damon, if we call him. I guess ain't killed nobody in a couple of years. Got some kids. When I saw him, I immediately got my guard up, like, oh Lord, what he doing? And I was just like, oh, he's got the kids, and he kind of mellow. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but I just was like, okay, got the wife, but. You can
still get that look though.
I'm about to say
Damon then went and got him a PhD. For lack of better words, he done went and got him a PhD. He done went and he done set up some things. He about to have this whole other new little realm. He already had the realm that he got from his former wife. He got this new realm. He done linked up with Lord Corlys' family.
Yep.
He got his dragons.
Ronaldus, don't think that past me. All that reading, he ain't just chilling, passing the time. There's a strategy being put in place. Somehow he's in Essos. They're offering him to stay in Essos. Like, just stay here, man. His wife wants to go back. His wife's trying to needle him. But he is up to something now. Let's just move ahead in his storyline. His wife, he loses his wife in child, trying to bear a child. And she and the key thing about his wife. So let's really quickly. One of his daughters does not have a dragon.
Yeah.
And they have a good long little scene with the wife and the daughter, talking about you don't necessarily have to have your egg that has to have a dragon. Now his wife, let me get the name too, Lena. She's riding the biggest dragon in the history of the realm. Now, of course, that dragon, she calls for him to consume her because she knows she's dying anyway. So now we've kind of got an open dragon here, but Damon is left with just the girls, and now the plot of whether I stay in Essos or move on. So what do we think with the plot of Damon? He's got the girls, he's got 2 dragons basically at least. What do we think?
That was the first scene from all of the episodes that I felt like, come on, writers. Like, did y'all run out of ideas? Like, really? Yeah. Why did y'all have to kill her off like that quick? Like, with the same thing, if you remember, King Varys, his first wife, which she was having a son, she couldn't, he was breached. So he decided to give her a C-section.
Yeah.
Same thing with Damon's wife.
Yeah.
The baby wouldn't come out. They asked, do you want me to cut her open? He said, will she survive? She sat there and heard, like, oh no, right, like, I'm just gonna take it in my own hands, and I'm gonna go out here and have my dragon burn me up instead of allowing y'all to cut me open and I bleed out. So
now I'm gonna let me talk about that. Now, according to the books, that is what happens. But because of the time jump, there was more to the wife's story than we got. That they time jump. And I heard a podcast talk about that she matter of fact too, they said even in her death was a little bit different, but they were like, we only got about a good 45 minutes with her when there was more to it. She was actually close with Rhaenyra, I guess, according to the books. I'm getting that right. But the jump takes us so far ahead that we got none of that. And I really did like the wife character.
I liked her. I thought she was going to be a great wife for him. I was kind of upset that in our last episode, I didn't bring her up, the fact that her and Damon was about to.
It totally went past me. I didn't think nothing of it. And then we found out that, okay, that was a key point. So the thing that I want to really hit, though, that now that she's gone, I think Damon is going to go totally left of center again. I think now, because one of the daughters literally said, Father just ignores me. I think he's going to realize she is important. He's going to try to match her to the dragon, have 2 dragons, and wreak some more.
He's going to ride that big dragon.
He's going to come. Yeah, he's going to try to, so there's that. Now let's talk too. We talk about dragons. Now let's get back to King's Landing, where the sons and then the sons. So it looks like Viserys and Alicent have 2 boys. One boy, they got the 2 boys, the 2 blonde-haired boys are there.
Oh, you're talking about
Yeah. And one of them has a dragon, one of them doesn't. They were teasing him about that. I think I want to say I think Rhaenyra's boys had dragons. Well, they were training the one with Rhaenyra.
The oldest boy, they showed him getting his dragon.
Right. They were
the youngest one don't have one yet.
He don't have one yet.
Or
and now
the
he just had a brand new one. And so to me, that's another. We're already watching more of the chess pieces. So this is a new thing. We're seeing how they, in the regular Game of Thrones, we didn't see this part where, they got these eggs that they get assigned, and you want your egg to hatch and you can bond with it, and they're teaching them how to, actually bond and command the dragon and stuff. This is I thought that was kind of fascinating. Yeah. And it's interesting to see that not every, Targaryen just automatically gets a dragon. They got to, we remember, Daenerys, she came out of the fire, she had 3 eggs and then 3 dragons. So, and I guess some of them do so. So I feel like that's going to be a very key, especially that younger son of Alicent and Viserys, who didn't have a dragon yet, but you saw him kind of creep and look at the big dragon held, in captivity. So interesting little quick.
He gave me a lot of Daemon vibes too. Like the youngest one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he a little bit more colder than the older brother. The older brother is kind of he got a little goofy going
yeah.
on.
He reminds me of um Daenerys'
Chopper.
brother. He got some more Daenerys' brother than me
Oh,
too.
Daenerys brother, yeah, that does
Just
uh,
yeah,
just
don't
doing
really.
silly stuff, don't even know his role or his
Right,
place,
right.
or even the fact that there is a Game of Thrones going
Yeah,
on. Like, dude,
just
wake up.
wake
And
up. Like
little
it's like
his what would that be? Okay, that's his nephew. So Ray kids is his nephews. So
yeah.
his nephew, when they was jousting, when they was practicing sword fighting, was starting to give him the business too. The little
Mm-hmm.
fella was coming at him.
Sure did. He sure did. And yeah, that's right. They made him go back, and he's bigger, but the little dude started to come at him. So now we have a situation where Rhaenyra is leaving. She tells she tells her husband and his friend, let's go. We're gonna need all the people we can get. She obviously senses it's time to leave. Allison's kind of got the upper hand. There ain't no reason for us to stay at this point.
Mhm.
When she returns, she's probably going to return for the throne. It ain't going to be, no, I'm just back to hang out. Whenever she returns to the throne. Now she's leaving, and Mr. Otto Hightower is coming back.
Coming
And
back.
Allison literally said that. She talked about that because she was just like, the current hand that we have, strong, he's not going to be impartial. And so Laris tells her, oh, but your father would be impartial. And she was like, he would be partial to me.
To me,
And
right now
I
I
was like,
feel like I don't get nobody.
right.
So she trying to get that ally.
She's
Um and Rhaenyra, before she left, she did like one final chess move to try to stay there. When she stood up, you mentioned it, she stood up in a small council meeting and
yep.
she tried to form a truce with Allison. Like, we was friends. Like, okay, how about your daughter marry my son? And
Right.
let's keep it in the bloodline. Let's form an alliance. Let's squash all this bickering. Let's stop fighting each other. And it shows that Allison is all the way there. It has no more return for her. She is like, it's me or you. It's my family or your family.
And so if you're
So
right near,
that's when she ultimately decides she got to go.
that's when you got to go. That's when you got to
can't
go.
win it here. Okay, let me go and regroup.
So we did not see this character this show, but we obviously see Lord Corliss has got some real chess pieces in his. He had, he still does because Damon had children, so his grandchildren are connected with Damon. Okay, his son is married to Rhaenyra. He's got a whole side that he's going to be on. Don't think he still ain't bitter at the king for initially passing up the daughter in the first place. So as we kind of draw sides, and now, especially now that she's left, to me, we're going to really see a huge faction kind of start up. I wonder if, and let's not forget, I mean, and Allison's, she still got Kristen, you know what I'm saying, who is, seems like he's totally done with Rhaenyra. Like he said some things about Rhaenyra, like
he just tried to blow her stuff up. That's why
trying to blow a spot up. So we're already now going to really see, I'm very interested to see next episode how we dig inside and how the plot starts. Because now, let's keep it real. Laris kind of has something on Allison because he's like, no, you basically gave me the order. You know what I'm saying? I did what I did. He was like, and I'm sure you'll reward me in time. So now you didn't pay the debt to somebody that you really don't want to be in debt to. Yeah. And so don't expect that he won't make her do some moves. And that's how you get wrapped up.
What was my man name? The dwarf in Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah. Lannister. Not Tywin. Man.
Was it Tyrion?
No, this is so ridiculous.
We had Jaime and Cersei, and then their little brother.
Tyrion,
which was smarter than everybody. That's what his character, and he handicapped.
Yes.
Kind of, yeah. He's
Yeah.
he's smart, conniving, behind the scenes. Nobody see him. Nobody even see his moves. He
Yeah.
went down there and got these dudes out the dungeon, slit their tongues off so they couldn't talk about what they doing,
That's-
and sent them out there like, okay, I can now. Y'all already sentenced to death. I can
right.
kill
Right.
y'all right now, but I'm gonna send y'all over here to kill my dad and my brother for overlooking him something. I don't know why.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is he gonna get that your pops couldn't give you? You know, being hand of the king. Like, what
Had
you
your
want?
dad was the hand.
He was the
So
hand.
you want her dad to be the hand? Like,
What you
how does
want?
that make you?
Yeah, that kind of threw me for a loop. I'm like, yo, this dude really, it's
If
crazy
you
too because
remember when he first came on the scene, it was a bunch of women sitting around
yep.
talking.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of, because he couldn't
He couldn't, yeah,
physically go out to the hunt with the men, he
yeah,
went and sat over there with the women, and so
yeah. He
he's a strange character.
and then also too, man, just a little side point, you know, Rhaenyra's husband is a knight, and he was basically like, man, if it's gonna be war, it's time for me to kind of do it. She was like, no, you're gonna be by me, and that was kind of an uneasy kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know if he longed for the game with her, especially in this kind of a climate, like when he was just drinking wine and hanging out and running the streets and stuff. But now that's another little subplot to watch too, because I mean they're only married for title. That's it. They got no real love. So very interesting. But yeah, man. Any other things we looking forward to for next week?
Damon, gotta see what Damon. I believe Damon and Rhaenyra is gonna link back up. Gonna link back up in a whole different way now.
Yeah.
Like it's us. Not like they're gonna get together or gonna be like a husband and a wife or nothing like that. But and she don't got no man no more. She do got a husband, but we all know
right,
that's not going down like that. But so she do need another man. His wife is gone.
Yeah.
So I do believe that's and the castle that she went to, isn't that the castle that he was at when she rode up on the dragon when Otto Hightower had to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna mess the name up, but you're right. I believe you're right with that too. When Damon was first leaving, but I think for me too, I just I still want to see how Viserys and Alicent kind of play. I don't even know if Viserys is really aware of the game that's being played now. He was at one point. He seems to not be now. But I really want to see what else happens, especially with her little faction with Kristen, Larry Strong. Especially now that Rhaenyra has left and she's basically rebuffed her. You kind of know now that it's on. It's really, really on.
Yeah, but Ray is she's a dragon rider too. Yes. And with war brewing, this is her time to go get some glory.
It's her time to shine, yeah.
And to placate to quote unquote husband, he can go off to war now. Mm-hmm. And I believe she's gonna start winning the people over. She go out riding on that dragon, her and Damon, and go and conquer these different places that's trying to rear up. Allison, she's stuck to the castle. That's all her schemes got to be done in the Red Keep. But now Ray, she about to go out to the people. I believe that was her whole reason of leaving there. She like everybody in here whispering, so I can't strategically set myself up here. Let me go out here to the people. So
if I'm Allison, I am putting all my time into this oldest boy to get him understand you are the key. Yes. We can take over because we know Kristen got info. We already know we got some other info right there. We can just credit her, but you got to be ready, boy. That's
she's starting on him because he was going against the family. You know, he brought that pig up to his little brother and laughed with his nephew. She's like,
He's like, no.
That's enemy. That's ops. Mr. Ops. Quit. You can't be sitting up here going against your brother with them. No.
No,
All
not with the
people, not
ops.
them.
But that's a great point, you know, because he just is like, what's the big? She's like, no, 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 don't. It's like the Godfather. Don't take sides against the family. Don't do that.
Don't
But
do that.
all right, y'all, man. I tell you, I really enjoyed this one. I was a little worried about the transition, but I enjoyed it. Do miss young Ray Ray, but you know, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. I think we're gonna see some grit coming out of the new Ray Ray pretty soon because it's
Oh yeah,
about to
I
get hot.
hope so.
Uh,
But I think this next episode will get us back on with her.
yeah, I think so as well. So check back with us. It's the We Seen It Crew, Mighty Sharp Network. Appreciate my man Ronaldus. Guys, you know what to do. Please be blessed. Stay sharp.
Yes, sir.